Okay, I'm sitting in the CVS parking lot right now, waiting to walk in and pick up my first batch of hormone prescriptions. Um, and I guess I felt like I wanted to talk about how I'm feeling because it's kind of weird. I've been not feeling like myself for a while, maybe a couple of years, but for various reasons, right? And I think a lot of women feel that way too, where you write it off as stress or a certain phase of your life, whether it be your job or stuff going on with your family, and you don't necessarily know if it's your hormones or just getting older. It's hard to know what it is. And I had some medical health type diagnosis things happening a couple years ago too. So it's taken me a while to sift through what's what. And I had been getting ads for MIDI and hers, and I'm probably going to pronounce it wrong, but Winona. These are like targeted at perimenopause and menopause treatment platforms. And I finally decided to book with MIDI. And I happened to get matched with the practitioner that's local to my area-ish, which I thought was a cool coincidence. And by the way, this is after keeping up on my Well Women's annual visits with a midwife. So I thought I was seeing someone who would advocate for me in all the right ways. Wasn't seeing a 65-year-old man OBGYN. Sorry to those of that age in that profession, but I think women know what I mean. I thought my midwife would offer me all different forms of treatment without me sort of doing research and bringing it up myself. But last summer, early summer, I had been at my appointment with her and mentioned urinary leakage and some concerns I had over prolapse. And I know I'm saying a lot of terms and I didn't even really know what they were either. So maybe I can talk deeper on those things at another time. But my midwife told me essentially you need to be doing 100 Kegels a day for 3 months in order to see results. And she made it sound like it was my duty to do so. And I should stop complaining if I'm not doing 100 Kegels a day. And if you've never done Kegels, when someone's telling you to do 10 Kegels that are 1 minute long, maybe it must not have been 1 minute, 10 seconds, maybe 10 Kegels, 10 seconds a piece and 10 sets of those. That's a lot. But anyway, I'm going to jump around a lot in this, but fast forward to my MIDI appointment where I just felt like, okay, I keep hearing a lot about perimenopause. My cycles have been crazy for a couple of years. I don't feel well. I'm currently in a phase where I haven't had a cycle since the end of November, and it is about to be March right now. So I know I'm doing math on my fingers, but I haven't had a period for about 3 months. And I can just tell in my body, I don't feel even close to having one. My body feels kind of stuck in how you would feel the week before you start your period, which sucks, right? We always feel at our worst the week before we start our period. So in one of my first appointments with MIDI, the practitioner ordered me so many labs. I think that the lab facility was surprised at the amount that she had requested, but I loved it because I felt like she was really going to check all of my levels, everything from my thyroid, cholesterol, vitamin D, iron, my hormone levels, estrogen, and some other hormones as well, all kinds of stuff. And she said, you know, why don't we also just right away prescribe you a vaginal estrogen cream, estradiol, which I had never heard that term, estradiol either. I just had always called it estrogen, which I think it's the same thing. Don't quote me on that. But she mentioned that cream not only helps with dryness, but also helps with urinary leakage, and told me how to apply it. I was able to pick it up pretty much immediately, although I waited a couple weeks because that's how I am. I'm a procrastinator. But why didn't my midwife bring that up when I mentioned the urinary leakage? Like, what's the harm in having me use this topical local estrogen, especially given my age as well? I'm 41. I'll be 42 in July. So anyway, I just thought that was surprising. And now I am in the parking lot at CVS, and I am going to walk in and get my first prescription fill of a low-dose estrogen patch and progesterone pill that I'll take in the evening. The patch I'll wear daily and swap out a new patch twice a week. The progesterone pill I'll take at night. And it's funny, I was excited to get the news that I could start taking something to feel more like myself, because I have a whole range of symptoms. But I'm also kind of scared now that I have the ability to go walk in there, pick it up, and start taking it. And so, yeah, I thought I would just share what's on my mind, and I can keep sharing how I'm feeling and the symptoms, you know, in more detail, and the relief I'm hopefully getting, or any side effects. But that's where I'm at. So just a regular 41-year-old mom who tries to take good care of herself and trying to figure out the best way to feel more like myself, because I'm only 41 and I shouldn't have to feel elderly or crappy for 10, 15 years. Life's too short.